today. Now today's lesson is going to be a short sequence, okay? It's for those of you who are a little bit time poor. Sometimes you don't have the full hour or a bit longer than an hour to do a full practice. So I will actually end up doing a couple of these sessions, a couple of 20-minute sessions. So you can just have a little bit just to keep you going, okay? It should fit fairly easily into your schedules. Now these sessions, some of them are going to be standing sequences, some of them will be seated. So you can always put two together. A standing and a seated would work quite well. So do know that you can do that. Okay, now to begin with, we're coming into a comfortable seated position. Either legs crossed, you can have one heel in front of the other like so, or coming into half or full lotus, just whatever your body will permit. Okay, keep in mind half lotus is 1 foot up. Okay, and then from here, just trying to relax and center a little bit. Inhale, draw the shoulders up towards the ears, and then exhale, opening the chest, rolling the shoulders back and down. 2 more times with the breath, breathing through the nose. Inhale, draw the shoulders up. Exhale, rolling them back and down, just starting to open the body. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, rolling back and down. And then from here, just take the left hand to the right ear, and we're tilting the head to the left side. So rather than thinking left ear to left shoulder, think about using that left hand to weight onto the ear, and then we're relaxing and weighting that right shoulder away from the ear to create that stretch in the neck. Now the more you can relax here, then the deeper that stretch will be. Really good for releasing tension through the neck. And 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure we're breathing into the belly. We're squeezing the belly on the exhale. 1 more inhale. And exhale. And then release. Back to center. Changing sides. Take the right hand to the left ear. The weight of the hand onto the ear. And relax the left shoulder. And 2 breaths. You can close the eyes if you like. Inhale. And exhale. Make sure the jaw is softened and relaxed. The face is softened and relaxed. Inhale. And exhale. And then release. Back to center. Now taking the chin to the chest. Inhale, roll the head to the left shoulder. Exhale, the head rolls back and behind, the throat is opening. And we're back to center and changing sides. So inhale, roll the head to the right shoulder. Exhale, roll the head back and behind. And take it back to center. And releasing and coming back. Just releasing those legs, and then we're coming all the way up to a standing position. So standing in mountain position at the front of the mat. Just be mindful, feet are hip width apart. They're facing forward, heels are apart, knees are just gently tensioned apart. We're standing tall, chest open, shoulders back and down. Now we're moving through a variation of salute to the sun. If you do have more time, you want to do a little bit more, you can repeat this sequence a couple of times. Now it is a lunging sequence, we will take a couple of variations with it too. So standing tall. On the inhale, raise the arms, take them out to the side, take them up to the ceiling, palms together. Exhale, forward bending, so hands through prayer, all the way down to the floor. Now do bend the knees if you need to in a forward bend, and we come just as far as what we can. Inhale, halfway lift, so either fingers to the floor or you might need fingers to the shin. And then exhale, we step the left foot back and behind. Now if you want the more moderate variation for lunge, take the knee to the floor. If you want to feel a little bit more, keep the knee lifted. We're pressing into the feet. Inhale, raise the arms, the torso. We're lifting up into lunge as much as you can. If your shoulders are uncomfortable, know that you can do a prayer position. Okay, if you've got that knee lifted, press out through the back heel, lift that, or try and straighten that back knee, and that will engage that back leg, make you work a little bit more. One more inhale, and then exhale, hands through prayer, all the way to the floor. Step the front foot back, and then we're in plank position. One inhale, and exhale, lowering down. Keep those elbows in. Lower all the way down to the floor. Now you can do knees down, by the way. Inhale, up dog position. As much as you can, either a moderate variation like so, or if you can lift a bit higher, do so. And then we tuck the toes. On the exhale, we come back to a down dog position. And then the other side. Inhale, left foot forward, in between the hands. Either back knee down or back knee raised. Pressing into the feet. Inhale, lift up into the lunge position. Now if you have trouble with balance here, do look at the floor. If you feel okay, look straight ahead. If you feel really good, your balance is quite fine, then look up. Make sure you're reaching into those fingers, but keep the shoulders drawn down. A little deeper in the front knee if you can. One more inhale, and then exhale, hands through prayer. Take it all the way back down to the floor, and we step the back foot forward into a forward bend. And again, forward bend as much as you can. Do bend the knees if you need to. Pressing into the feet, press out through the sit bones. Inhale, lift up, circle the arms. Nice big movements. Exhale, hands through prayer. Back to mountain position. And again, this time taking a twisting variation. Inhale, raise the arms, circle the arms, mountain position. Exhale, hands through prayer. Forward bend all the way down. Now be mindful not to rush the movements. The slower we do this, the better. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we step the right foot back, knee up or knee down. Inhale, lifting into lunge position as much as you can, and we're twisting to the right, left. Exhale, opposite hand to thigh. Sorry about that. Inhale, open the chest. Look out and over that back shoulder towards that back heel. If you've got the knee down, a little deeper in the front knee if you can. If you've got that back knee lifted, really press out through that back heel. And then on the next inhale, raise the arms back to center, back to full lunge position. Exhale, hands through prayer. Back down to the floor, stepping it back into plank position. Knees up or knees down for chaturanga. Exhale, slowly lower. Chest and hips touching the floor at the same time. Just look a little way in front. Inhale, up dog position. So feel like you're gliding through it. You'll get familiar with this sequence. Tuck the toes. Exhale, press back into down dog position. Inhaling, step the right foot forward. In between the hands, back knee to the floor if you like. Inhale, circle the arms, take it up into lunge position and twisting. Exhale, opposite hand to the thigh. So twisting to the right this time. If you can, sink a little deeper into that front knee. Know that you can lift up if you need to moderate the pose. Chest open, shoulders back, look behind. And then the next inhale, raise the arms, back into lunge. If you can, look up. Exhale, hands through prayer. Back to the floor, step the back foot forward, back into forward bend. Inhale, circle the arms, lift all the way back up. Exhale, hands to heart center in prayer. And once more, this time taking a back bend. Inhale, raise the arms, lift up mountain position. Exhale, hands through prayer, lead with the chest. Take it all the way down into forward bend. Feel your body loosening. Inhale, halfway lift. release together, the four fingers pointed. Okay, now if you're not much of a back bender, you're a little bit tired, you do have trouble with balance, knee down, know that you can take the hands to prayer. Okay, so the moderate version is to inhale and lift the chest, lift the prayer to the ceiling. If you love that bit more, keep the arms extended, reach into the fingers, and it's inhale, reach into the fingers, look up, and exhale, look back. You'll start to fold the body back by the variation, 2 breaths. Inhale, exhale, a little deeper in the front knee if you can. Inhale, and then exhale. Gets a bit tricky to talk there, by the way. Hands all the way to the floor. There's that beautiful opening through the throat when you get a good back bend. Step it back into plank, knees up or knees down. 1 inhale, exhale, lowering down through chaturanga, feeling nice and strong. Keep those elbows in. Inhale, up dog position. Tuck the toes, and we're exhaling, take it back into down dog position. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, sink a little deeper if you can. Knee up or knee down. Take the same variation on this side. So inhale, raise the arms into lunge, fingers together, interlacing 4 fingers pointed. If you need hands to prayer, do so. Remember, if you need the knee down, do so. If you want a little bit more, arms straight. And we inhale, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, fold back and sink a little deeper into the front knee. 2 really good breaths. Try and control the body, control the mind, control the breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling, and then exhale, release. Hands all the way through prayer, all the way back into a forward bend position. Now this time, inhale, just lift up to halfway, interlace the hands behind. Now palms together if you can, if your shoulders are tight, palms apart. Inhale, open the chest, draw back into the hands, and then exhale, fold forward in Yoga Mudra. Just allow the head to feel heavy. Allow the head to hang towards the ground. Stay reaching into the hands. Keep lifting those hands towards the ceiling. They come towards the ceiling. Try and take them out and over. Remember, they might only just be off the back of the pelvis. So really, what your body can do. Straighten the knees just a little bit. So it might only be a tiny thing. It might just be visualizing. And then take the body weight forward. Inhaling, relax out, release out while you're here. And then exhale, bring the hands back down. 1 inhale. On the exhale, we roll up nice and slowly, 1 vertebra at a time. All the way up to a standing position. Okay. Now continuing on with this, now we'll do a couple of standing poses, a little bit of oomph here, you should be warm. Inhale, raise the arms, lifting up, mountain position. Exhale, hands through prayer, all the way to forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, we're just stepping back into a down dog position. 2 breaths in down dog. Inhale, lift the sit bones up. Exhale, work the hands towards the floor. Inhale, lift the sit bones again. You'll feel like you're lifting that tush towards the ceiling. Exhale, work the heels, work the hamstrings. Then from here, on the next inhale, we take the right foot forward in between the hands. We spin the back heel to the floor. We're coming into Warrior 1 sequence. Now, anytime you need to release out of this with this pose, absolutely fine, because we're actually going to string quite a few poses together. So if the legs fatigue, release out, come back into it. Now, a little deeper in the front knee if you can. If you need to lift up with hands to thighs, do so. Otherwise, inhale, circle the arms out to the side, lift up to Warrior 1. Draw that left hip forward, draw the belly in. If you can, sink deeper. Now anchor into that back heel. Think about taking the weight into the outside edge of that back foot. Think about lifting the inner arch. I should be able to get 2 fingers under the inner arch of that back foot. Now sometimes this knee will fall in, a little bit of effort to take it out to the side. Not that we want it out to the side, but we want to keep it open, we want to align the body. And then from here, 2 more breaths. Inhale, a little bit deeper if you can. Exhale. 1 more inhale. Then on the exhale, press into the front foot and straighten the front leg. If you really press into that foot, you should feel a little burn on the way. Exhale, interlacing, taking the hands behind. Now you've got the option here, either interlaced or coming into reverse prayer. So either variation is just fine. Either way. Now if you are reverse prayer, draw the elbows back. Inhale, open the chest, and exhale, folding forward into pyramid. So we fold out and over that front thigh. Now just know a lot of you will be in a much more moderate position, about 45 degrees. That's pretty normal, that's quite okay. You just come down as much as you comfortably can. So think about forward bending into it, chest towards the foot. Send the right hip back and the left hip forward. So as soon as we square the hips, and don't forget, anchor into that back heel, the deeper we'll go. 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling. Then on the exhale, start lifting, bend the front knee. Inhale, raise the arms. We're back to warrior 1. Exhale a little bit deeper. 1 inhale. On the exhale, open it out into warrior 2 position. Reach into the fingers, relax the shoulders. If you can, that little bit deeper. Now press into the feet, lift up through the pelvic floor. So you'll feel that tush tuck and you'll get that beautiful alignment. Not too much, not too little. It will be just that beautiful, beautiful alignment. Open the knee a little bit, feel the inner thigh working. And we hold a couple of really good breaths. Inhale and exhale. Just think strength of the warrior while you're here. Inhale, and then from here, exhale, straighten the front leg. Now we're moving into triangle. Inhale, reach forward into the front hand, and exhale, we take that front hand down to the outside of that leg. Now everybody's different here. Some of you, the most moderate position is hand to hip, hand to the outside of the thigh. You might be able to take that hand past the knee, so either above or below the knee, not on the joint. If you can, keep that left arm lifted. You can use a block here. If you can, fingertips to the floor. You might even get the fingertips or the hand flat to the floor. Now it's very, very tempting to go deep into pose, but you'll end up in a position like this, and we really don't want that. As much as we can. So if you have to lift a little bit higher, we want to reach into the top hem, revolve that torso to the ceiling. We want to draw the top hip back, tuck that bottom hip under as much as you can, and as long as you're feeling it, that's exactly what we want. Inhaling, and then exhale, bend the front knee, press into the feet. Inhale, back into warrior 2. Exhale, a little deeper if you can, if your body says yes. 1 inhale, and exhale, we windmill the hands back to the floor. We step back into a down dog position. Now holding the down dog here for 2 breaths. Inhale, and exhale, work the heels to the floor. Inhale, lift those sit bones again. So we're working the down dog. Exhale, heels. And then the other side, same sequence on the other side. Inhale, left foot forward in between the hands. Exhale, right heel to the floor. Heels line up, toes of the back foot just turned in slightly, that 45 degrees or so. A little deeper in the front knee if you can. You can do hands to thighs to press up. If you can, press into the feet. Inhale, raise the arms, the torso into warrior 1. And then anchor that back heel. Think lift the inner arch, that back foot. Work that right hip forward. Now do know in a warrior 1 position, It's not so much about having the hips completely facing forward. It's working towards to strengthen through that back leg. So that position where we can feel it. Now square the chest and torso. So right shoulder forward, left shoulder back just a little bit. Reach into the fingers, pinkies in, draw the shoulders down a little deeper if you can. You can lift out if you need something more moderate. Okay, one more inhale. And then exhale, straighten, press into that front leg, straighten that front leg. Get that little burn on the way if you can. One more inhale here, square the hips to face forward, right hip forward, left hip back. Exhale, we take the hands behind, either interlacing as we did before, or reverse prayer, as much as you can. If you've got that reverse prayer, draw the elbows back. If they're interlaced, draw back into the hands. Inhale, lift the chest, look up as much as you can, and exhale, fold forward, out and over that front leg into pyramid. Okay, and we're holding here. So remember, as much as you can, we're working the belly to the thigh. Think about nose to toes. Square the hips, so right hip forward, left hip back. Keep that front leg straight, but when I say straight, teensy tiny little bend in that front knee just so we're not locking the joint. Okay, 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling, then on the exhale, bend the front knee. Release the hands. Inhale, take them into warrior one. Exhale, a little bit deeper. One inhale and exhale, opening out into warrior two. Relax the shoulders, sink deeper if you can. Lift up through the pelvic floor. So draw it up, feel the pelvis align when you do so. You'll feel that little tuck, you'll feel that tone in the belly. Open the front knee. Now know at any point you can release. The more you lift up, the more you release out of it. If you can, sink a little bit deeper. Now we tend to tilt the torso forward here, so draw back just that little bit into that back hand. Okay, one more inhale, then on the exhale, feel the burn, press into that front foot and straighten the front leg. And triangle, inhale, reach forward into the front hand. Exhale, take the left hand to the outside of the left leg. So remember the more moderate position if you need it. A little bit deeper if you can, or all the way down. Use a block under that bottom hand if you need to. Tuck the tush. Reach into the top hand. Think about revolving the chest towards the ceiling. And just hold. If you can, you want that little bit more muscular effort, light in the bottom hand. Just notice one side might be different to the other. That does happen. One more inhale and then exhale, bend the front knee. Inhale, press into the feet. If you can, lift into warrior two. Exhale a little deeper. One more inhale and then exhale. We windmill the hands all the way to the floor. Step the front foot back, back to plank, knees to the floor. Okay, now from here, so before we finish up, it's only a quick one, taking the feet into a bound ankle position. You can walk the bottom in a little bit closer if you can. Now, inhale, open the chest, shoulders back and down. So we can really make this quite muscular if we engage and we lift. Exhale, we press the knees to the floor. Inhale, open the chest again, and exhale, we come forward with the chest. As we do so, work the elbows. You can use the elbows to press onto the thighs or the calves and weight those knees a little closer to the floor. Now again, all a little bit different here. Some of you will have the feet a little further away from the body and you'll feel like you come forward just a smudge. Others, you'll come to about a 45-degree position. And then others, you can work the forehead, the face to the floor. Either way, make sure whichever version you're in, wherever your body is, make sure that the sit bone to the bottom is weighted into the floor. If you go too far, the bottom just lifts up. So we do want to keep those sit bones weighted into the floor. Now we come forward with length. You want to draw it forward. Keep those shoulders back and down. And just holding here. Just a couple of breaths. Just starting to wind down that little bit. And then inhale and come all the way back up, nice and slowly. And then release. Now just moving into a little twist. So bring the knees up. Okay, back up to center. One inhale. And exhale, we take the knees to the left side. Walk the hands behind. Now, the more we walk the hands behind, the deeper we go into the twist. So just as much as you can, walk them behind. So of course, some of you will be quite moderate like this. Others, you'll be able to walk all the way behind. Think about looking towards those back heels, over the shoulders. Now, take a little bend in the elbows to go that little bit further. That will allow you to walk a little bit more, and then straighten the elbows or work them towards straight. Press into the hands. And 2 breaths. Inhale, close the eyes, release and relax with it. Exhale. Remember, just as much as you can. Inhale. Then exhaling, release. Come back to center. And we're changing sides. One inhale. Exhale, take the knees to the right. Walk the hands behind. So it might be a moderate position, or you might be able to reach around quite a bit. That last little bit, bend the elbows to inch a little further around. Chest open, shoulders back. Press into the hands. Start to straighten the elbows. Now they don't need to be completely straight, just enough to get extension in the pose. Keep those shoulders back and down. And then 2 breaths. Inhale. I hope you're really enjoying this one at home. Exhale. It's a beautiful twist. Inhale. And then exhale, release. And we come all the way back to center. And then from here, we're just going to move into child's pose. And we'll take our meditation in child's pose. Now this will be a very short meditation. Of course, once we're done, if you want to stay a little bit longer, then by all means do so. But just know that even a minute in meditation daily has profound benefits, so don't miss this out. It's the whole point of yoga practice. So take the forehead to the floor. You can take the hands, just have the hands palms facing up by the hips. Now if you are more comfortable with one hand over the other, you can take that under the forehead. That creates a little pillow. And personally, I find this variation quite comfortable. And we're just releasing, relaxing, letting go, allowing ourselves just to be. Knowing that we do need to nurture ourselves. When we nurture ourselves, when we look after ourselves, slowly coming back, just rolling up to kneeling one vertebrae at a time. Of course, if you want to stay longer, then do so absolutely fine. I hope you've enjoyed the practice, and just keep in mind, whatever time you have, even if it's only a couple of minutes for meditation, absolutely fabulous. And we do need to keep our yoga fitting into our daily life. So if you are busy, do a short practice, do a meditation. You'll feel much better for it. Okay, taking the hands to heart center in prayer. Taking the hands to the third eye center. Giving thanks to the practice of yoga and the benefits it has given us today. And taking this forward with us throughout our day, through the week. Taking it forward with us to benefit others in our lives. Taking the hands back to heart center and bowing the heads. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. Have a fabulous day. Thank you.